I am still waiting on these gears to come from Cutler's. The company is in the States somewhere, but yet it's like 2 weeks. So whether you order one of those nylon gears or 20 of them, it's flat rate shipping. So I got 8 coming. These are the bearings out of the rear, and these are the ones out of the front wheels. And I noticed, I've taken them out probably 20 times. On the rear, you've got the one that's got it's sealed there, but this one has an extra metal ring. So I don't know, I'm putting these on the inside where the gears are. I guess that's, it seems to me that would give a little better protection against dirt. I don't know. And then the other two on the rear wheels are identical like that. They don't have those rings. You got the ring and no ring. So I put these on the inside with the gear over here, and then this one will go outside where the hubcap would be. I didn't pay attention when I knocked them out, and frankly, I don't care. The front ones, these have been cleaned about 4 times already. I generally do lacquer thinner, which I'm out of. Paint thinner's too oily. It doesn't really cut the mess. So I had carburetor cleaner, and I sprayed them down, soaked them 3 or 4 times. And then I did a lightweight silicone spray in there. I've done 3-in-1 or 20 weight, but in the wintertime, it gets a little thick. So you really notice, if you are into the Ego mower, cleaning it up, trying to keep it going, when you clean these bearings and do some light lubrication, you will definitely notice a difference when pushing them. I don't know why they use this open face bearing here on the front wheel. It's got a lot of play in it. It rolls nicely, but it's just wobbly, like it's a bad bearing, but they're all like that. I don't know. So, I mean, I could go to a local bearing shop and get something like these, but it probably won't freewheel as much. So right now, these are ready to go in the wheels. I have the mower standing up wheelless, and it is getting pressure washed. Believe it or not, I pressure washed the Ego mower. Well, here it is, and this is just from using a heavy nylon brush, getting as much mud and muck out from wet grass, and that stuff adds up, and it will mildew and mold and grow. It grows hair on it if you don't get that off. Like all this down here has already been scraped. Now I've hit the pressure washer right there on it. I've pressure washed the top of it too, and just kind of kept it away from the covers, the electronics. So once all this gets pressure washed, cleaned up, it makes a difference when pushing it. With the cleaned out bearings, lubricated, you're removing that weight right there. And when you get into trying to tighten your mower up, don't forget to clean your bag. I haven't pressure washed this yet. I just sprayed it down with a lot of soapy water, ammonia, whatnot. But once even if you just do a hose, maybe some soap and a hose, I've got a baby pressure washer. If this thing's stopped up, you never really think about it. You just dump it and keep going, and then throw it and put it wherever for the storage. You lose a lot of suction if this thing's stopped up. So it's double, I think it's doubled up back here. So there you go. So don't forget to do your bag. So once I pressure wash it and get the rest of that out, it takes a couple hours to dry if you got some nice sunshine on it. And it just makes for a better appearance and a better yard cutting experience. I still have to figure out up here, it blows dirt right up here. It's another one of their failed ideas. I always use a yard bag, clear bag, or a black bag, something, Dollar Tree bag, just shove it down there because it just blows debris back at you. Another one of their failed ideas. So there's that. We got to clean that. We've got the deck to finish pressure washing and put the wheels back together. So this is a doable thing with the pressure washer if you're careful. Make sure your battery's out and wipe it all down, and you should be good to go. Well, I had to call Ego Towing. We've got this puppy without the wheels on a wagon someone gave me with the, I think those are Harbor Freight tires, and I had to add a piece of plywood so it's kind of sturdy. So we're here. We're towed it home. Once we pressure washed it, I'm going to remove the cover to make sure no water is on the electronics. That's going to be a T20 Torx. And then we have the lift to bring it up and hold it steady, and then we can put it right on the bench. So let me do that and put the wheels together too. So this is generally the workbench the mowers go on to get them up to height. So on the gas mowers, when I'm doing them, I have the intermediate bench, and then I just drop it right here. And that way I can get to the pull start cord, put the linkages back on the carburetor. It's a lot easier. And there we go. We're home free. We're solid. And when I bring it up, once I've done a lawnmower for the gas ones, unless you've got two people to lift that thing off the bench, it's precarious to make sure the oil and the gas, because I put half a tank of gas in them. When they're on the bench, I fill the level of oil where it's supposed to be, and then I just bring it up and drop them on the ground once I'm done. And there we go. So I've got slow and fast speed. So there we go. Everybody asks why the thing's so slow. I mean, how fast do you want it to go? So it's just one of these lifts that was in the trash at the nursing home, and I just wound up putting, at first I had a 12-volt lithium, and I found out the motors are 24 volts, so I've got slow and fast. So there we go. This saves your back tremendously, and the legs do whatever their legs are supposed to do. All right. And they will stop automatically once they reach their limit. So that's pretty cool. Saves your back. And then I am right now able to access the covers here without standing on tippy toes, breaking your back, leaning all over. Just have to disengage the little Harbor Freight quarter, I think they're quarter 20 things. I've got two of them on there because sometimes, like this one was a little cockeyed. It was one-sided or the other for some reason. And I don't want that on the gas ones. So that allows me some adjustment. Okay, let me get the Harbor Freight T20 and go down there, wherever. I got to take this back cover off here. And then down in here, there was all kinds of muck, and the side over here, it falls right through. This side goes, I'll tell you where this goes. This goes back under the cover and winds up inside. So let me grab the Torx, the long ones, and get that off. A little soap in there. All right, if you want to access this cover, to remove this to unplug your drive assembly for the wheels, the motor, you've got to remove this. I've watched other videos, but the mowers were basically right out of the box. They were new. They had never seen dirt. And there's a difference between a factory new mower removing this cover and one that's seen action. So I haven't been in this area in about 2 years. So there's one screw, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm just using the Harbor Freight T20. This will make a nice long one if you just want to cut that off and put it in your drill. So you can't just, the majority, I have never had this come right off. I have to remove the back cover here also. And the reason is dirt. In this case, it's got a little mud in there when I pressure wash the bottom of the deck. Dirt gets in this crack, and you cannot just remove this. Hold on, we're freehanded here. It will come up when you remove the 6 screws in this front bracket right next to the battery box. It does that. It will break before it comes out. So you actually have to remove the back one. See how that frees up? And see, you've got all that dirt in there, and that causes it to lock. If you would focus, that dirt and sand and grit gets in there and just locks it in place right in that channel. And that's why I say you've got to at least loosen the back one up with the 6 T20 torque screws. And your biggest enemy on this is going to be when you go down, especially that one and that one, you're going to have nothing but dirt and grit and everything else. So there is your wire right there that goes to the motor, the drive assembly. No, it's not that one. It's this one right here. It is that one. It is the brown, yellow, and blue. It's a weird plug. So there it is. And you have to unplug that, and then you can feed it back down there and remove your transmission and drive assembly. So that's what I'm looking at right here. Look at this nastiness. Look at this. So here it is, both of the covers. I did not remove the battery box cover, but look at the grime in here. This is after a couple of years of usage. So if you've got your blower, you want to blow all that mess out right in there. You see you got buildup right here. That's a fuse. I don't know what size it is, but anytime you can get all that dirt out of there, hopefully help the electronics run a little cooler. Look down in here. That is nothing but muck, mud, and there's no way to get that out unless you totally remove the top and the bottom and get it out. This thing accumulates dirt and there's no way for it to get out. You can see that's wet from where I pressure washed. It's just all in here. Dirt is all in here, and you'll never get it out. That micro switch tells the machine that you've got the handle up, and when you fold it, you can hear it. Well, I don't know if you can hear it. It clicks, so now it knows that the handle is up, and it will start. And when you fold it forward, it says the handle is not in place. So that's one switch that can go bad. And I think there are a couple in the handle. I haven't had any need to get there yet, but while I was down here, these were getting a little loose. So I tightened everything down here with the T20, and I'll just work some of that muck out, and that's about it. And then that's your handle fold release. I'm going to go ahead and probably take this cover off both sides right here, and I shoot a little bit of silicone spray in there. I've tried all kinds of lubricants on that. I thought I was doing a great job with a silicone grease, but in the wintertime, the handle hangs up. So there's that. That's it. And down here, you'll never be able to get that stuff out. Over the years, that'll add probably 2 pounds to the weight of this mower. Where is the motor in this thing? Can we see it? There it is right there. That make a nice go-kart, e-bike. Got your battery pack. So I'm going to blow this out, and that's it. So if you need to get in here, you can't really just, maybe you can just remove the 6 screws and pop the cover up. I've always had to remove the back one. So there you go. Okay, I've cleaned the channel. Touching backwards, I had to remove this back one and this one to access just this because of the dirt. We are freehanding again. So now that's how it's supposed to come out. Okay, that's how it's supposed to come out once you remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It should just come right out. And that's how they do. If you've ever seen any other videos to get down in there, it does come right out. But if you're working with a machine that's been used, and it might even be just one grass cutting, and that gets dirt and grit all in there, and it locks that channel. It gets down in that channel, and you can't separate it. You have to take the back one off too. So don't try and force it up. Don't want, just because you get these 6 screws out here in the front, don't start forcing it, because it hangs up and you will snap this piece. So be easy with it. Take your time and get the T20 Torx and get the rest of those out around there. Pull it up as one assembly, and then it'll kind of loosen up. But once it's clean, no grit down in that channel right there, you can do like they show in the other videos. Hold on, let me show you this. I have been 45 minutes getting dirt and mud out down in there. I'm not taking the entire deck apart. You'd have to get the hose out. You'd have to separate the top and bottom and take everything apart. It's a little muddy, but it can really never dry out. And it was filled to the top of that piece right there. So I've got it right. Look at this. There's nowhere for that dirt to go. It's all in there. It's all the way down. I've been about 45 minutes digging it out with a screwdriver there and right back down in there. Oh, that doesn't help. You can't see it. Down there, and where was it? All in here. So I've pulled out right now almost a pound of dirt, and I got to flip the machine over. Oh, it's down in here too. It's down in here, all down in these springs. Look at that. It's all down there. So this machine weighs probably 2.5 pounds more than it should because of dirt. Poor design again. Here we are, Ego Maniac Central. I don't know about that 60-minute run time. I think if you've got a flashlight, the batteries might run 60 minutes. This is the LM2130 SP with the brushed, the motor has brushes in it and a brush down there. Single blade. I've been working on the LM2130 SP, has the dual blades and the brushless motor. I noticed over on this one, let me take you in, that it's got a factory spring washer right there, okay? But there's play in here. Look at the play. I have bent that and bent it, and it loses the tension, all right? And the bearings have not been cleaned in this one. It's still a smooth roll, but there you go, it stops. On the LM2130 SP, I noticed the thing was missing the spring washers on the front wheel. I don't know where they went. So I have searched everywhere and found a little hardware store that carried them right here, but these things are massively thick. It's hard to see on the phone. These are not spring metal at all. They don't spring. So I had to beat them down with a hammer, tweak them out, and I've got it on this one. And you don't have the play that it used to have, like this wheel over here. Look at that. So I've got that one on there, and it still rolls. So there we go. It's hard to do this and keep the light where you can see. So there and there, and you can see. Look at the difference in a clean bearing and a non-clean bearing. So there you go. And you do notice that while pushing the mower. So I did the same thing over here on this one. I had to tweak that washer right there to get it. If you put it on like it was out of the drawer where I got them, It's just too tight and the wheel binds, and too loose, it wobbles. So I had to keep bending, beating, and now there we go. It's pretty, you got a little play in there, but nothing like it was. But there you go. And that's what you're looking for, a smooth roll. A smooth roll when you're out there in the yard. So there we go. That is a big difference over a non-lubricated wheel. There you go. Maintenance.